Look, I'm here, Amanda. And you're there. I can touch you.
Yeah, hi there.
It's been a month since I've been able to do that.
Same room.
Still have the boot. Just not at home.
You know what's so funny? Ever since you ended up in the boot, I've been seeing people with boots on.
No weird.
Everywhere.
It's one of those things. It's like, and I say this, and I always use MS as an example because my father-in-law had MS. I never knew anyone with MS until I met my wife Tracy, and I found out what MS was, and then all of a sudden I'm like, everybody has MS. It's like
my cousin has MS.
Yeah. I all of a sudden start because I wasn't aware of it, you know. And so once again with the boot, everybody has a foot problem. Turns out.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Guess you see it, and then you start noticing it everywhere.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things. It's one of those things. All right, we got to start this off with my favorite thing to do. Scott's here, by the way. Good morning, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Scott recuperating nicely, I'm assuming. He was mad at me because my foot was swelling, and he was like, "Jim, you gotta go to the doctor and lance that sucker."
Lance it.
That was Scott's idea.
Is it still swollen?
That was fine.
Okay.
Maybe a little exaggeration.
I like where you're going with that, Scott, though.
Yeah, lance that sucker. Tara's here. All right, we'll get a couple more people in here before we talk about. Thank you, Scott. We talk about my favorite thing. Get over here, Amanda.
I'm here. I'm
Get over here.
I'm trying to pull up the computer because I can't see it on that little screen.
Come on over.
I can see people's things. Hi there.
Come on over.
Okay.
For so long we were separated by 24 miles, and now you still can't get.
It felt further than that.
Did it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It felt like you were like
you really
almost
missed
in
me.
another state. Yeah, I missed you.
You really missed me.
I missed you.
Cindy, welcome aboard. All right, my favorite thing to do is nap, and if you want to nap, this is so silly, but you can pay to get the world's best nap. Where do people say that they nap the best, Amanda?
In the car.
If you were in the car, you say that's where
Yep,
you nap the best?
absolutely.
So if you want to take a nap, you're going to go hang out in your car?
Yeah, I might, especially if it's raining.
Really?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
where you'll go?
Yeah.
Go get
A
yourself
moving vehicle.
get yourself a little blanket and pull up. No, actually, that's true. Because most people say that they nap the best in public transportation. Why? I guess you got nothing else to do. It's not like you're talking to the people.
I was napping hard on the plane down to Barbados when we went there over the summer, and I was so glad they had a mask on because I was like this. Little drool.
So what they're doing in Hong Kong is they're taking advantage of people's fascination. In Hong Kong, they take advantage of everything. It's kind of weird what they do over there. It's like they have the weirdest things.
It's an
for
ancient
their people.
culture, so they've been studying human nature for a long time.
But in all kinds of things. If you want something wild, they do it in Hong Kong.
True, they do.
So they have decided, since this is some smart person, money-making person, who said, since we nap well on public transportation, let's get a double-decker bus. We'll sell people tickets and say this will be the best nap you've ever had. It's a 5-hour bus ride, and people are actually paying depending on the chair you want. Scott says his best plus is a recliner. That's a good spot there. Oh, nothing like a recliner. To me, nothing better than sitting in a chair reading a book and going.
Yeah, only if you're home alone.
So $13 to $51. They are charging people, Amanda, to hop on the bus and go for a 5-hour ride, and they will say it'll be the best nap of your lifetime.
Only if they feed me, so I can get a nice food coma in there.
They're going to kick it off, actually, with, as they call it, a Western meal, because you know us Westerners, we like to eat. So they're going to start it off with this big old Western meal, and you get to stop and gorge yourself in a food coma meal.
Awesome. It sounds great.
And then you get on the bus, and they have a couple stops if you want to get off and take pictures. If you don't want to get off and take a picture and you just want to be quiet and sleep, you could do that too.
It's so funny.
They say it'll be the best nap of your life.
I'm surprised they don't call it the American Afternoon Excursion.
Right?
Because it sounds like so.
So
us.
would you pay $51 to go on a bus to take a nap?
No.
In Hong Kong, they do.
I would not want to nap in front of people, like on purpose.
Like I say, they do the weirdest things in Hong Kong.
It's so strange. No, that is not happening.
There you go. So if you want to take maybe a trip to Hong Kong, you're like, I need a good nap. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a plane ticket. I'm gonna fly to Hong Kong, and I'm gonna go take a nap in that nap bus. I think that'd be good.
My kids and I were talking about napping yesterday.
Were you?
Because of the rain.
On the bus?
Yeah, no. Just because the weather made everybody sleepy.
Serious napping weather.
Except, and normally you could do that when the Bengals play, but not yesterday.
How about that game yesterday, right?
What about it? It was every time we were installing a new a TV anchor in the wall. We're gonna hang our TV on the wall all afternoon. So we had the game on. It was just incredible. I just couldn't believe how awesome the whole team played together.
It was so nice. Tracy, we're sitting there before it started, and we got the TV turned on. And Tracy was doing something, and she's like, I shouldn't even watch. Why am I watching? Stop, don't watch.
Yeah.
Because she's scared she'll jinx it.
Yeah.
Tracy is a jinx. I'm a jinx too, for that matter. But she almost didn't watch it because she's like, I don't want to screw anything up. Well, and I'm like, well, honey, we're playing the Ravens. We could get our butt kicked easily. We should, because they're the Ravens, and we always,
But you know what? We beat the Steelers this year, and
But
that
Steelers
hardly
are bad,
ever
though.
happens.
Weren't the
But
Steelers-
I
I
know,
know,
we never
I
beat
know.
them. It doesn't matter. We never beat them.
And so here we are against the Ravens, the vaunted Ravens, and boy, that was just, it was beautiful. It's just beautiful.
There was no way we were sleeping yesterday.
I had to go do something before the game ended, and I don't remember what I was doing yesterday, but I had to leave, and I couldn't listen to the game, and so I got on. It was after the game was over, so I'm like, really quickly, I better Google, see where we were, because we weren't ahead by a lot when I left. Because I think was it halftime, or was it a tie game going to the half?
I know that we were down, and then we pulled ahead.
I think it was a tie. I think it was 10-10 going to the half. So I'm like, oh no. So here it is. Games are like, what's it going to be? And I Googled Bengals. I hit the button, and I saw the score thing come up, and I averted my eyes. I'm like, ooh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, calls even went our way. It was just, oh my gosh, just such a great feeling nice change of pace, not to be heartbroken by the end of it, because you get excited, you get pulled in, and then boom.
Yeah.
But not yesterday.
It's good to have it.
So Gold Star Chili for everybody today.
It's good. Yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget that we had Gold Star Chili on Friday. Yep, we got a burger, we got a salad, and we had a double-decker sandwich. Not one bit of chili came into our house.
You know what? They have great burgers at Gold Star Chili. I had no idea.
Right? Yeah.
Not all locations serve them.
Love their burgers.
Oh my gosh, so good.
I've told my wife about this. I'm like, we have to go to Gold Star and get the burgers, and she's never agreed to go to Gold Star and get the burgers. Why? I don't know. So she wasn't home. She was off doing something else. So my mom and dad were there.
So you did what you wanted.
I did. My mom and dad were there. I'm like, we're going to Gold Star, and I went with the mindset of getting Coney's, and then I got there. I'm like, oh yeah, the burgers. So bought a burger, and my dad got the double-decker sandwich, ham and cheese, and my ham and turkey, and my mom got the walnut cranberry salad.
Ooh.
All extremely yummy.
Wow.
And Tracy came back from what she was doing, and there was a little bit of my burger left. She's like, oh, I got to have a bite, because you're always talking about how fine they are. She had a bite. And it didn't even have the lettuce and tomato and all that. It was just truly a little bit of beef and some cheese in the buns. And she's like, that's a good burger.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a good burger.
Did you get me one? You're like,
Nope. She went to Chick-fil-A. So.
Oh, okay. She was fine.
She was
fine then.
So she's at Chick-fil-A, and my kids are a part of Young Life. And after Young Life is over every week, they all go to the Chick-fil-A. Like the whole gang just,
Nice.
I don't know how Chick-fil-A handles it, but it's always their pleasure, to have people there. So they all go there, and this is, and Tracy's like, hey, my kids are some of the ones that come in on Young Life night. And the guy goes, this is so nice. The manager goes, you know what? We have a lot of groups that come in. And he goes, and they're all wonderful. He goes, but that Young Life group, it is the nicest group of kids that come in.
Did you love hearing that about your kids? Yeah.
She says every single one of them says thank you to everybody that works here. Thanks for letting us be here. Thanks for letting us hang out. Because listen, I mean, any restaurant that has a gaggle of kids doesn't really want them there.
Right.
Because there's a point where they're not spending any more money and they're taking up space. Right? Mm-hmm. And who knows what's going to happen with kids. I love kids. I have 2 of them. Who knows what's going to happen. So he said they are the nicest and they thank everyone before they leave. He goes, it's just such a pleasure. And Tracy goes, yeah, my son's thinking about getting a job here. He's like, well, we got applications over here.
Yeah, no doubt.
If he wants a job, we got applications.
Go, Alex.
Get off his butt.
So yesterday we were at church along those same lines.
Eating Chick-fil-A?
Not eating Chick-fil-A.
Should have been doing
but we were talking with Matt Castleman.
Oh, over the west side.
Over on the west side.
Yep.
And, he has a theater background, so we were telling him how Parker got a role in A Christmas Carol at the Cincinnati Playhouse. And so he knew a couple people, and he was very excited for Parker. And we talked for a while. And then afterwards, my son asked me like 2 times during the day, did I do okay talking to Matt? Was I polite? And,
good for him.
And did I do a good job? Did I sound like mature and I wasn't obnoxious or anything? I was like, no, you were great. I'm like, you were humble, you were nice, you were polite.
Your son humble?
I know.
What?
He
What?
was he was very concerned.
And I say that in a nice way, by the way.
No, he was very concerned
because Parker's very confident about himself.
He's confident, but he was humble and mature and
good for him.
And very. I just really like what I'm seeing in him as he grows older. Like he's
cool?
calming down a little bit and settling into his groove,
figuring out who he is and
and the
creature
fact
that he
he cares about how he comes off when he's talking to adults, and he's like working on himself to become a good conversationalist. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know kids consciously thought that way. I'm really happy.
That's your boy.
I know.
That's your boy.
So I found my microphone. Yeah, no. Oops. We gotta go.
Oh, I got it.
We got a couple times.
We do have to get going. It's like when you watch the meteorologists, women in particular who have like necklaces on and their microphones in the wrong spot. It's
It's
clunk. And you know there's someone who's back in the director's studio going, stop moving!
Take out the mat.
Stop moving!
Yes.
And tell your aunt, don't move anymore for your forecast. It's making all this noise. Plink, 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 plink. Oh, shout out to my daughter, Abby. I just got to do this. I have to brag on her for a second because cross-country season for her has come to an end. There's still the state and regional and state meets to go on. She didn't make the varsity, so she's not going on. But she had her fastest time ever on Saturday when she did the race over in Loveland.
That's fantastic. Ending on a high note.
Yeah. She hit some of her goals this year, didn't hit all of her goals, so she was kind of bummed about that. But how about on a day where she was an alternate for the varsity team, and they were running in the morning over at Voice of America Park, and she had to warm up for that, and she had to be mentally prepared for that. And of course, you're sleeping at nighttime. You're like, oh, you're thinking about that because it's the districts, and I may get called up, I may not. So you got to warm up for that. And then it turns out they didn't need her. So then she has to okay, now I got to get ready for the next race, which is a 6-hour wait. It was 6 hours until her next race, which was at another location.
What do you do during the 6 hours?
Yeah, and so now she's already got up early, so her body's going to be weaker as she goes through the day, as opposed to sleeping late and, eating a good breakfast. Now she's already eaten breakfast. She's got to figure out what to eat again. She's got to re-warm up and be ready for get mentally prepared for another race. I mean, it's like when there's a big rain delay for athletes at like a football game. It
happens.
It's like you got to get yourself prepared. So she did a good job, and she came in 6th. The team came in 1st overall, so that was good. I was just so proud of her. She had a whole bunch of little setbacks during the year, but she came through all of them, and I'm just so proud of that young girl.
You got to have some goals for next year, so that'll just get
you're saying don't do it all now?
I'm saying don't do it all at once. Yeah.
She would have liked to have done a little bit more this year.
I know, of course.
But there's always next year. Get rid of some of those seniors, and she can move up.
Yeah.
But watch out for the freshmen coming in. They're fast, too. All right, now we do have to go.
Challenges, yeah. Hey, we have our keyword coming up here for you to text in to win around 8:05. So that's worth $100, maybe even $25,000. You don't want to miss it.
It's gigantic, just so you know.
That's a lot of money.
No, the keyword.
Keyword.
It's gigantic.
Is it? No, it's not.
Gotta make her check. Don't text gigantic in whatever you do.
Don't
check.
Don't do it.
Don't text gigantic.
See, I don't mess with you when it comes to the word. He will mess with you, but I will not.
I was trying to think of like a really goofy word that it obviously wouldn't be, but I couldn't come up with anything other than gigantic.
Okay, that's not the word. Don't text it.
No,
you
don't
gotta
text it,
listen. You actually have to listen.
Yeah, we can't. We're not allowed to.
Okay.
We'll get fired otherwise.
All right, Scott, I hope you feel better.
Thank you, Scott, by the way, for the comments to daughter. Carol's here. Pat, hey. Debbie. All right, gotta go. Who's it? Mason Montgomery. Was this the one on Mason Montgomery Road? Scott, what are you referring to? The race? No, that's not it. Oh, the Chick-fil-A. No, it wasn't Mason Montgomery Road. They go to, I don't know, maybe it is. It's either that one or the one.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. I don't go. I'm not there. It's either that one or it's the other one. I don't remember. All right, y'all, see ya. Bye.